it is that time again. It is Stories and Wine with me, Jen from Your Moment of Jen. What's up? Hey, hope everybody had a great holiday. I had a bomb-ass Thanksgiving. If you guys are following me on the Snapchat, I encourage you to, because it's the best reality show you're not watching. Or some of you are watching it. And you saw me get a little turnt. And some more turnt. And even more turnt. All that turnt. Anyway, it is Stories and Wine for this week. We have a great story to tell. I kind of teased it a bit on the Snapchat. I'm doing this episode from the boudoir, my bed, where the magic happens. Actually, no, this story has nothing to do with magic. It's actually quite horrifying. But it did occur right here on this bed in this room this last week, so we should talk about it. What wine am I drinking this week? I'm not drinking any wine this week. Want to know why? It's because I'm pregnant. LOL JK, if I were pregnant, oh my god, there would be a skeleton here talking to you because I would be dead. I would have thrown myself off a bridge. Never say never, but never, right? Okay, so this week, this story is called Q-Tip in a Can, and it's horrifying. If you have a weak stomach, I suggest maybe not watching this. It's not as bad as some of the stories I've told, but it's pretty freaking bad. Okay, so I have terrible habits. Raise your hand if you have terrible habits like me. I'm a pretty organized, neat person, but I do have some idiosyncrasies that, for whatever reason, the male of the species, when they come in contact with this, it activates a chip in their brain and they just can't handle it. I drink beverages all the time. And honest to God, I'm drinking pink lemonade because I am losing weight. Can you guys tell? I've lost about 10 pounds since my last video. And just don't feel like drinking as much wine as I used to. So we're on the Crystal Light. It's good. Well, not Crystal Light. That stuff's all chemicals. This is like organic Crystal Light. Whatever. I digress. I'm telling a story here. Anyway, I drink beverages all day, every day. I've always got a beverage. I'm always very, very thirsty. I'm a thirsty hoe. I don't have diabetes or anything like that. I'm just always very thirsty. I've been like that since I was a little kid. Well, I tend to crack open a can of pop, or typically a bottle of pop. My poisons are LaCroix, cranberry ginger ale, Coke Zero. I broke 2 nails this week. You guys see that? Anyway, so my poisons are those things, exactly. So I tend to open them and I either don't finish them or whatever. So at any given point in my house, at my various places where I sit down, there's usually 2 or 3 beverages sitting there. If you look at my night table, I don't know if you can see it, there is a half-drank bottle of Fiji water and a glass of water on my night table. There's nothing on this night table because apparently the male of the species is perfect. So before Friendsgiving, I was getting ready to go, and he was over. He had his own thing to do, so we had a few minutes where we just kind of like met up and talked about what we were doing for the weekend and everything. And the other thing I do that is gross, but I live alone. I have this thing about my ears. I have an ear thing. I've talked about this on the podcast before and probably other videos. I have this thing where my ears can never have any moisture in them. And I'm also grossed out by ears. So everywhere, every sink or every bathroom surface, I have a suite here that goes from my office into the bathroom. There are Q-tips usually on my vanity or on a bathroom sink in the soap dish. Q-tips everywhere. And occasionally bobby pins. I know, judge me. It's disgusting. It's horrible. I don't know why I don't put them in the trash. And these aren't like waxy, gnarly, gross Q-tips. I just get the moisture out and then I like leave them. I don't know why I do it. It's passive aggressive. It has to be. So when the male of the species comes into the home, he automatically goes into male mode and he has to start picking up all of the cans and collecting them. Well, at that given point last week, I had gotten quite festive. Again, why we're sticking to lemonade this week. Got to air some liverage out. I'd gotten quite festive with the friends, and had cracked open some cranberry ginger ale all over my room, and as I was getting ready to go, I would leave it on my vanity, and I was working, so there's some on my desk. So the male is in here, and he's collecting all of the cans. And while we're talking, and I'm drying my hair and, you know, putting makeup on and trying not to look absolutely terrifying. And I'd run a race on Thanksgiving morning, and my hip was killing me. So I come out from drying my hair, and I'm like, babe, my hip hurts. Can you pass? On that night table is a bottle of Advil. Always keep on standby. And I'm like, can you pass me that Advil? I need to take a few Advil. So I pop the Advil tab open, and I put a few, take 3, prescription strength, and I pop them, and I go to reach on the night table to pick up one of the cans, because I know what can still has bubbles in it. I mean, it's weird how I catalog my beverages around the house. I know what beverage is good, what beverages stank. I just inherently know. Well, he had taken all the cans and like put in the bottles and the glasses and put them all on my night table. So I go reach for the can that I think is the freshest one, and as the can is touched, I throw the Advil in my mouth, and as the can is touching my lips, he goes, no. And everything is in slow motion, and I take a sip of the cranberry ginger ale, tasted fine, and I throw my head back to swallow the Advil, and I go, what's wrong? So what was wrong and what had happened was this. As he was collecting cans in my office, as I was in the bathroom blow drying my hair, he was also picking up Q-tips and putting them in the cans to kind of consolidate the garbage he was going to have to walk out to the kitchen. Bless his heart. And because I squeaked out by ears, like I won't even share headphones with my children. I don't care if we're married. I don't care if I've had your children. I don't care if we're related. I don't care if we shared a womb together. I will not wear your headphones. None. If somebody I know has put my headphones in their ears, they're your headphones now. I'm weird about it. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why I'm weird about it, but I'm weird about it. So it's like my subconscious, as soon as he said, I put Q-tips, so he goes, I put your Q-tips in there, your dirty ass Q-tips. As soon as Q-tips in the can, like, registered in my subconscious, I, like, exorcist puked all over this bed. Like, all over it. Like, not even a hiccup, nothing. As soon as my subconscious brain went, oh God, it was gone. And Thanksgiving was the day before, and this was a substantial amount of barfage. So it turns out he can't handle the sight of somebody yakking, or else he's gonna yak too. So then he exorcist puke, because I'm exorcist puking. I'm puking, he's puking, the dogs are probably puking, hearing us puking. So, this entire bed was covered in our throw up. So, here's your stories and wine for this week. So, the moral of the story is, men that are watching this, let your woman be great. If she has a habit you find to be just too much, let her be great. Leave those cans. She'll get to them. I always get to the cans. I pick them all up at the end of the night. I just like to know I have a beverage to sip everywhere I go in my own home. And if she does something gross like leave Q-tips in the bathroom or on her vanity or on the shelves of her product thing, what do you call that, a product thing? Like where you keep all your hair and nails and cosmetic shelves? Just leave them. Leave them. They're not like bloody Band-Aids or dirty maxi pads. They're just just Q-tips that swabbed out some moisture. Just leave them. She'll get them. Don't stick them in the can and then watch her drink. I'm dry heaving just remembering. I'm like, even though the sip I had was fine, I can't even be sure there was an actual Q-tip in there. Just the thought. The thought. I love this man. I do. But he tried to kill me that day. Okay, I might have to put some more drinks in this because I'm remembering. Definitely check out the podcast this week. This week I'm talking about a bunch of fun stuff. Social media. You know where to find me. Snapchat, Right Wine Run. Instagram, Your Moment of Jenn. Facebook, Your Moment of Jenn, YMOJ1. And I'm on other platforms. I don't even know. I'm going to find out. My new company, brandmediainc.net. Definitely check that out if you are into digital media, if you have a need for social media optimization, digital media optimization, if you want some tips on growing your brand, check it out. We have free stuff every day. Free advice. Like, do it. Like, it's free. And if you need some paid help, that's available to you too. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Take care, and don't put any Q-tips in the can for the love of God. Cheers.